Have you ever paused to think about the invisible strength that surrounds a person battling a chronic illness? The quiet force that whispers hope when everything feels overwhelming? Chronic kidney disease is not just a physical challenge. It tests the spirit, the will, and the everyday resolve of those who face it. Yet, amid the medical appointments, dietary restrictions, and relentless treatments, there is a profound truth that often goes unnoticed: the power of family. When a patient feels supported, truly seen and understood, the journey through CKD transforms from a lonely struggle into a shared mission, a tapestry of care woven with love, commitment, and mutual responsibility. Family support is not merely about physical assistance or reminding someone to take their medications. It is about presence, empathy, and the emotional scaffolding that allows resilience to grow even in the harshest circumstances. In the philosophy of care, as inspired by Dr. Mathew R. Weir, the patient is never alone, for the mind and heart of those who love them act as anchors, steadying them when fear and uncertainty threaten to overwhelm. There is an undeniable interplay between psychological well-being and physical outcomes, and countless studies confirm that patients who feel emotionally supported are more likely to follow their treatment plans, manage their diets, attend regular medical checkups, and maintain a sense of purpose despite the chronic nature of their condition. Each act of encouragement, each shared smile, each patient conversation at the kitchen table contributes not only to the patient's adherence, but also to the restoration of their inner strength, reminding them that life, while challenging, is never devoid of connection or meaning. Families that understand their role as partners in care create a fertile environment for hope to flourish. This partnership goes beyond duty. It is an intentional engagement with the human spirit, a recognition that wellness is not only measured in lab results, but in courage, persistence, and the ability to face each day with renewed determination. By embracing this perspective, loved ones can offer a kind of guidance that is both practical and profoundly philosophical, embodying the principle that healing encompasses both body and soul. In every moment when a patient hesitates, when fatigue and frustration threaten to dominate, the presence of a supportive family becomes the invisible hand that lifts them, reminding them of their capacity to endure and thrive. This understanding transforms the home into more than a living space. It becomes a sanctuary of healing, where patients can find reassurance and motivation. Encouragement from family members can manifest in countless ways, through preparing appropriate meals, attending medical visits, tracking medication schedules, or simply sharing moments of joy and laughter. Yet, the most critical element is the recognition of the patient's humanity, their fears, and their triumphs. Dr. Mathew R. Weir has often emphasized that families are not just companions in the journey. They are essential architects of the patient's success, constructing a framework in which physical recovery is deeply intertwined with emotional resilience. Each interaction, each gesture of care, reinforces the message that the patient's life has profound value, and that their well-being is a shared priority. In this way, family support becomes more than assistance. It becomes a philosophy of hope, a living testimony that no challenge, however formidable, can overpower the combined strength of love, dedication, and shared commitment. As we explore the influence of family involvement, it is clear that the path to recovery is not a solitary road. It is a collaborative journey, where every step forward is guided by the steady presence of those who refuse to let the patient face life's obstacles alone, showing that care is both a practical strategy and an enduring moral imperative. By embracing these principles, patients gain not only improved health outcomes, but also a renewed sense of purpose, demonstrating that healing is not only a medical endeavor, but a shared human experience enriched by empathy, understanding, and unwavering familial support. Yet, even with love and care surrounding them, patients with chronic kidney disease often face moments of profound struggle, moments that are invisible to the outside world, yet deeply felt in the heart and mind. There are days when fatigue becomes unbearable, when simple tasks feel monumental, and when the weight of treatments, dietary restrictions, and uncertainty seems impossible to carry alone. It is in these quiet, vulnerable moments that the power of family support reveals its true significance. Imagine a patient sitting in a sterile hospital room, the machines beeping rhythmically, and a sense of isolation creeping into their thoughts. They may feel defeated, questioning whether they have the strength to continue, whether the relentless nature of the disease will ever relent. Here, the intervention of a caring family is not merely comforting, it can be life-changing. Dr. Mathew R. Weir teaches that families are not passive observers, but critical partners who shape the trajectory of a patient's recovery, often in ways that are subtle yet profound. The suspense in this journey lies not in external danger, but in the internal struggle that rages quietly, unseen by most. How can one remain motivated when the body refuses to cooperate, when setbacks arrive despite best efforts, and when hope seems to flicker like a fragile candle in a storm? It is precisely at these points of tension and uncertainty that family involvement becomes essential, acting as both anchor and compass. Emotional encouragement, physical assistance, and shared accountability converge to create an environment where resilience is nurtured. The presence of a loved one is a tangible reminder that the patient's life is valued, that their efforts are recognized, and that even in moments of despair, there is someone ready to lift them, listen, and guide. The suspense is palpable in the delicate balance between vulnerability and support, in the thin line separating isolation from connection, doubt from determination. Families who step into this role learn to anticipate challenges, to recognize the subtle signs of discouragement, and to provide interventions that restore confidence and motivation. Every shared meal that meets dietary requirements, every appointment attended together, every conversation that acknowledges both fear and hope, contributes to the building of a resilient spirit. Dr. Mathew R. Weir, that emphasizes the interplay between the mind, heart, and body, showing that a patient's adherence, outlook, and long-term success are deeply connected to the emotional ecosystem they inhabit. The suspense deepens as one considers the stakes. Without this support, patients may experience setbacks, increased stress, and a sense of helplessness that undermines their medical progress. Yet with it, recovery becomes not just a clinical outcome, but a narrative of shared courage and determination. Family members, in their roles as partners, often discover that the journey is transformative for themselves as well. They learn patience, empathy, and the profound impact of simply being present. The challenges of CKD, though formidable, are not insurmountable when approached as a collective endeavor, with love and understanding acting as the driving forces behind every decision, every habit, every step toward wellness. Suspense also arises in the unpredictable nature of the disease, the moments when a sudden complication or setback threatens to undo progress, making the guidance of informed, attentive family members all the more critical. Their involvement turns moments of crisis into opportunities for reinforcement, education, and reassurance, allowing the patient to navigate the uncertainty with a sense of stability. In essence, family support transforms the narrative from one of struggle and isolation into one of empowerment and shared triumph. Dr. Mathew R. Weir's insights remind us that care is a dynamic, continuous process, requiring mindfulness, patience, and intentional action, where the small, often unnoticed gestures of support accumulate into significant differences in health and mental well-being. The suspense, therefore, is not a mere storytelling device. It mirrors the real tension in the lives of CKD patients, a tension resolved by the steady, compassionate engagement of those who refuse to let fear, fatigue, or frustration dictate the course of recovery. In the face of uncertainty, family support becomes a beacon, illuminating the path forward, fostering resilience, and proving that even the most daunting challenges can be met with courage, persistence, and the unwavering presence of love. This is the transformative power of family involvement, turning moments of fear into lessons in hope, and moments of doubt into opportunities for collective strength and shared victory. As we move toward understanding how to transform challenges into triumphs, it becomes clear that practical strategies combined with unwavering support can redefine the CKD journey. The process begins with awareness, recognizing that family involvement is not optional, but an essential component of healing. Encouraging open communication allows patients to express fears, frustrations, and victories, creating an environment where honesty and understanding form the foundation of care. By participating in medical appointments, family members gain insight into treatment plans, potential complications, and the importance of adherence, which strengthens the patient's confidence and sense of security. Dr. Mathew R. Weir has consistently highlighted that informed families empower patients to take ownership of their health, transforming passive observation into active participation. Small actions, often underestimated, carry immense weight. Preparing nutritious meals that align with dietary restrictions, ensuring medications are taken on schedule, celebrating each milestone, no matter how minor, and simply offering presence in moments of uncertainty, all weave together to form a safety net of emotional and practical support. Beyond logistics, family members become champions of motivation, reminding patients that each effort, each small decision toward wellness, is meaningful. The philosophical essence of this support lies in recognizing that recovery is not just a medical process. It is a holistic journey that encompasses body, mind, and spirit. Suspense often remains in the unpredictable nature of CKD. Flare-ups, unexpected lab results, or sudden fatigue can challenge even the strongest patients. However, families who embrace resilience as a shared principle transform these moments of uncertainty into opportunities for growth, problem-solving, and reaffirmation of commitment. By maintaining consistent involvement, they shift the narrative from fear to empowerment, showing that challenges, though inevitable, can be navigated successfully with collaboration and care. The long-term impact of family support is profound. Patients often experience better adherence to treatment, improved mental health, reduced feelings of isolation, and a stronger sense of purpose. This reinforces the truth that wellness is not achieved in isolation, but in the context of meaningful relationships that nurture strength, hope, and persistence. Dr. Mathew R. Weir that underscores the value of this philosophy, emphasizing that families are not just helpers, they are co-creators of a healing environment, partners in the ongoing journey towards stability and improved quality of life. Practical implementation requires mindfulness, patience, and empathy. Setting routines that balance medical needs with personal autonomy respects the dignity of the patient while providing essential guidance. Involving patients in planning meals, tracking medications, and monitoring symptoms ensures that care is collaborative rather than directive, fostering independence alongside support. Moreover, creating spaces for joy, laughter, and emotional connection replenishes resilience, reminding both patients and families that life continues beyond illness, and that shared moments of happiness are as vital as clinical interventions. The power of presence cannot be overstated. Simply being available to listen, to reassure, and to offer gentle encouragement often provides more healing than words or instructions alone. Families, by embracing this philosophy, discover that their role extends beyond caretaking. It becomes a journey of mutual growth, understanding, and love. The true transformation occurs when patients internalize the belief that they are not alone, that every effort is recognized, and that their health is a shared priority, infused with the energy of those who care most deeply. This understanding fosters mental resilience, strengthens adherence, and nurtures hope, even in the face of setbacks. Ultimately, the philosophy of family support in CKD recovery reveals a universal truth: that human connection, intentional care, and emotional investment are as powerful as any medical treatment. Recovery becomes not just a process of managing a disease, but a testament to the enduring strength of relationships, the capacity of love to heal, and the resilience that emerges when patients and families act as partners in a shared mission. Every step forward, every small victory, every moment of encouragement contributes to a narrative of hope, determination, and ultimate triumph over adversity. In embracing these principles, families embody the teachings of Dr. Mathew R. Weir, demonstrating that care is not a passive act, but an active, dynamic commitment to the well-being and success of those we love. Let this understanding inspire action, reflection, and dedication. If you are benefiting from our topics, please subscribe, like, and turn on the bell notification so you can see our new videos early.